From the state-of-the-art Pinheads Bowling Center, this is Pinheads Open. Local bowlers competing for cash prizes on TV. Now we take you to the beautiful Pinheads Bowling Center in Oak Hill, West Virginia.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Pinheads Open Bowling, sponsored by C. Adam Tony Tire Pros. I'm Bill Laird, along with Allison Ibarra and Charlie Tony, and we're coming to you from Pinheads Fun Center in Oak Hill for tonight's bowling competition. And Allison, for purposes of our viewers, why don't you talk a little bit? All these bowlers are pre-qualified. Tell a little bit about that in the format tonight.
Sure, Bill. Our event this evening is men's handicap. Our qualifiers qualified a few different ways now. They have a few options. Our bowling league members through Pinheads can qualify while they're bowling in league. We also have open qualifiers that anybody is open, or anyone is welcome to come have a chance to bowl on Sunday nights at 7:30 and also on Thursday evenings at 7 o'clock. Most of our bowlers for this week came from our leagues, but it's really exciting now that they've got a lot more competition coming from the outside with the open qualifiers also. Our event tonight is men's handicap.
Absolutely. Well, Charlie, Tony, I think our bowlers have warmed up. See a few familiar faces over there, some new faces.
We've got 3 returners and two brand new guys tonight, Bill. And I think we had a record turnout tonight, didn't we? Or this week, didn't we, Allison? This is our largest field of entries to date. Am I correct?
We did. We've been growing steadily every week, and we saw a huge difference between last week and the week before, and we're looking to see that continue.
Yeah, I've seen that our scores were really high this week qualifying, too. Donnie Wilson, I think, qualified with a 770 to lead our tournament tonight, so that's a pretty high scoring pace set forth for tonight.
Yeah, I really think having the open qualifying where people can come from outside and try to qualify in Pinheads now on Sunday night and Thursday night, I think that's motivated our bowlers in-house to bowl that much better because they know they've got so much more competition coming at them.
No doubt about it. Well, Charlie, I see our contestants standing by. Should we go ahead and introduce them?
Yeah, our 5th place qualifier tonight is Lewis Jones. Lewis is going to be new onto the show, and Lewis, congratulations. I'm glad that you're on the show tonight. What's your game plan tonight?
Hopefully to win.
I know you're an avid golfer, but you've been bowling for quite a few years too, haven't you?
Quite a few. This is my 2nd year here, but I used to bowl in Hawaii.
Well, good luck to you tonight, and hope you have big scores. All right.
Thanks, Lewis.
Our 4th place is a very familiar foe. I think he's been on every week that he's been eligible. Phil Peelish, our Week 1 champion, and also our doubles champion. Phil, you had a pretty good look tonight?
Warming up, I had a couple shots. Again, it's going to be ball selection, picking the right ball at the right time. So,
what kind of game plan you got tonight?
Try to hit my mark and work on my timing a little bit.
Well, good luck to you tonight, Phil. Our 3rd place qualifier, a new qualifier tonight, Tim Oliver out of Oak Hill. Bo, how you doing tonight?
I'm a little nervous, but looking forward to it. Can't wait and see what happens.
First time bowling on TV?
Yeah, just doing the interview and everything, but I think I'm just going to try to keep my head down, look at my mark, and see what happens.
Well, that's a good deal. Make those spares tonight, and spares are a premium.
Yeah, they're the hardest thing to make sometimes, but I'm looking forward to it.
Well, good luck to you tonight. Bowl good.
Thanks.
Our 2nd place qualifier tonight, Bob Gomez, the GOAT. GOAT, you bowled last week on the show, and you threw some awful good shots in the 10th frame. They just didn't fall. What's the game plan tonight?
Well, I know that I disappointed all of my fans last week. President Trump called me this morning. I'm ready to go.
All right. Well, that's a good game plan there, GOAT. Good luck to you tonight. I seen you over there working hard on that 10 pin, so hopefully you won't leave them tonight. You'll just knock them all down on the first shot.
If they're all gone, you don't have to make any more.
That's right. Good luck. And our leader tonight, he averaged 242 in the qualifying scratch. And Donnie Wilson, you back on the show tonight. I know last week didn't go quite as you planned, but you sure made up for it this week. You had a great week qualifying.
Well, that's right, Charlie. Last week was just terrible. I let my wife down on those doubles. I just could not throw the ball that night. But I plan on coming back tonight and see what I can do on the finals.
Well, you're a tough competitor, and I know that you'll be there giving it your all. And that was awfully great bowling this week, and good luck to you. We got that monkey off our back a couple of weeks ago. The leaders hadn't won, but Lisa Sheff got that monkey off her back, and then Mark and Phil last week did the same thing. So you're going for three in a row for the leaders tonight.
I'm going to try.
All right. Good luck to you, Donnie.
Okay, there you have it, our contestants for tonight's competition. And boy, this is going to be a great matchup. I just kind of feel it in my bones. This one is going to be something special here.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of strikes tonight. I'm looking forward to this.
You bet. So we're going to go ahead and take a quick break for our sponsors and be right back to Pinheads Open Bowling, coming to you from the Pinheads Fun Center here in Oak Hill, sponsored by C. Adam Tony Tire Pros. We'll take a break and be right back, so stay with us, everybody.
There's only one right choice for quality tires and service. C. Adam Tony Tire Pros is family-owned and operated since 1980. We've been West Virginia's premier tire retailer, offering fast and friendly service. We carry all major brand tires, including Michelin. Michelin offers safe, fuel-efficient, long-lasting tires that provide exceptional performance and extraordinary value. We also offer the industry's strongest warranty package, featuring free roadside assistance, plus simple and fast financing with the Tire Pros preferred credit card. Visit us in Oak Hill or Beckley today. Online at cadamtonytires.com.
From the state-of-the-art Pinheads Bowling Center, this is Pinheads Open. Local bowlers competing for cash prizes on TV. Now we take you to the beautiful Pinheads Bowling Center in Oak Hill, West Virginia.
Welcome back to Pinheads Open Bowling, sponsored by C. Adam Tony Tire Pros. And again, our bowlers are warmed up, and I think it's time to bowl.
Yeah, ready to go, Bill. I'll tell you what, they were throwing some strikes in practice. I hope it carries over into the match play here. We got Lewis Jones up on lane number 11 to start our matches off tonight. Lewis got that one. He got that one a little to the right there, come in outside the head pin. He got a really bad break there with that pin coming in and knocking the 2 pin out. And this is a little difficult spare conversion here. Now he's going to have to get it more on the Brooklyn side in order to make this shot, Allison. Oh, and he proved me wrong. He proved me wrong right there. He cut that 1 pin right into the 4 pin. A nice spare conversion for Lewis Jones to start
Lewis
the match off.
He's got more handicap than anybody. Where this is a handicap match, people have different pins allotted to them. Good ball, Tim.
Tim Oliver starts things off with a strike with a little bit of a Brooklyn hit there. And when I talk about the Brooklyn, that's a ball crossing over to the opposite side of the pocket. For those people at home that don't follow a lot of bowling, when we use certain slang in bowling, and a Brooklyn strike is going to the opposite side of the pocket.
Oh, nice ball there, Phil.
Solid pocket shot there by Phil Peelish there to start off tonight. Bob Gomez up on lane number 12. You know, Bob, back in his college days, he was telling me he bowled for Concord's college bowling team. And a very nice light pocket shot there, taking the 7 pin out for Bob Gomez. And so things are starting off pretty hot right now, Bill. Tim Oliver with a solid pocket shot. I believe that ball would have knocked down 20 pins right there.
I tell you, I bet you since 1962, that's been the best way to make a strike in this house, is that shot that stays close to the pocket the whole time and breaks just a little bit at the end.
Exactly.
I can't remember a time when that shot hasn't been here.
Lewis Jones going a little high there up on the head pin lead, getting a good break, leaving the 6-10 spare conversion. He'll go cross lanes at it. Bob Gomez up on lane number 11 now. Oh,
No,
a
I
nice
think he knew it, too.
pocket hit, leaving a little weak 10 pin there for Bob. He's been working hard over there on the practice pair earlier on this 10 pin.
Yeah, I believe he said Donald Trump taught him how to shoot that this morning, so I don't think he's got anything to worry about.
Nice spare conversion there for Lewis Jones. So Lewis starts out clean his first 2 frames. Bob Gomez going a little, and the ball just didn't skid enough. And it probably just needs to move a little bit further left on the approach to get that ball to go a little bit further to the right.
That 10 pin for a right-handed bowler is, I think, one of the more challenging things in sports, really.
Yeah, it can be.
Wow.
And Phil Pilish is getting off to a really good start there. Looks like he talked about ball choice. It looks like he made the right ball choice.
So Phil's got 2 strikes in a row now. We've got Lewis up. He has 2 spares in a row. But again, Lewis has more handicap than everybody else. So we are all very much neck and neck right now.
Lewis got that ball going a little bit, getting a little outside of his mark. He leaves what we term as a washout. That's a 1-2-4-10. He will definitely have to go over on the Brooklyn side in order to make this.
Yeah, he was kind of a victim of the oil on the lanes. Another Brooklyn shot.
And Tim Oliver starting off his bowling career on TV with a turkey. He's perfect through 3 frames.
I think he was made to bowl on TV the way he's throwing it. Good-looking ball.
And Lewis he got it over on the Brooklyn, just not enough. Picking up a 3 count, giving him 43 through the 3rd frame right now. Bob Gomez up over on lane number 12. Bob's a retired school teacher. He's had a high game of 279 and a high series of 700. And a trip 4. Nice trip 4 there for Bob Gomez, and he's had every ball in the pocket so far. Phil Pilish, our lone left-hander tonight, up on lane number 11. Phil has had a 300 game. He's had a high series of 756. And that ball just got started a little inside his target, and a really bad break there, leaving the 2-4-7-6-10. It's a very difficult split conversion, but it can be made.
Yeah, I think that's one of the challenges kind of that comes with those high-performance bowling balls is they are very high performance and very exacting. There's not a whole lot of room for error in your shot when you're using a ball that can perform that well.
No, you're exactly right, Allison. And Phil gets a 3 count.
And he's not used to shooting at spares, so that's got to be a little bit difficult for him.
Well, on this show, he hasn't shot at too many, that's for sure. The 3 weeks he's been on, he's threw a lot of strikes.
It's Lewis Jones on 12. Good spare conversion.
Lewis is going to have to make an adjustment to get to the pocket. He's just coming out, missing the head pin to the right, so he's going to have to move his feet to the right to get the ball to go slightly more left. Really nice shot there by Tim Oliver, leaving the 10 pin. Phil Pilish up on lane number 12. And a really nice comeback shot there by Phil. Stayed nice and firm with that one. Kind of ripped the rack apart. Tim Oliver going for the 10 pin. He goes to a plastic ball for his 10 pin. And I really thought when he let it go that he had made it, but that ball just didn't skid through the heads enough. And Tim's first open frame through 4 frames. So right now we got some really tight matches going on.
Yeah, what you'll see what Tim did, it's pretty interesting. I'll have folks that come in the bowling center and ask about it a lot. Tim actually moves further left to hit a pin that's on the right side of the lane. That's because there's a lot more oil in the middle of the lane. It's a very common question we get, where there's more oil actually on the lane in the middle than on the sides. You're better off to come at the pin all the way across the heavy oil in the middle and then let the ball kind of skirt out to the right is the reason that people go so far left to hit a pin on the opposite side.
And Tim coming in a little light that time, leaving what we term as the bucket, the 2-4-5-8 spare conversion. Bob Gomez with a nice spare conversion there on lane 11. Tim's high game is 289. Ooh. And a bad break there for Tim Oliver in the fifth frame. Chop giving him 96 through the fifth frame right now.
You know, Allison, I was going to ask you, are there specifications about oiling lanes? You know, maybe we can talk about that here in the next break or two, but I've always been curious about that.
Yeah, absolutely. What's one thing we learned with Summer last week was she talked about the 3 phases of a bowling ball as a ball rolls down the lane, which was the skid. Charlie, you might have to help me on this to make sure I get it right, because I just learned about this last week. You've got the skid and then the hook and the roll. Is that right?
That's close, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a nice light pocket shot by Bob Gomez there.
Yeah,
but there are specifications to be able to answer your question there. The USBC puts out specifications of what a legal what are the legal limits as far as units of oil from the middle of the lane to the ends of the lane, and I'm not really up on all the units now, but there are specifications that you have to abide by.
Yeah, what you'll see too that's really interesting is the oil doesn't go all the way down the lane. The oil essentially goes down 3/4 of the way, and then after that the lane is dry. So that's why you'll see so many balls that don't break very much at all during the first 3/4 of the shot, and then they'll take this violent turn into the pocket at the very end. So the ball essentially is just slipping in all that oil on the first 3/4 of the lane, and then it hits the dry part of the lane, and that's when it flings into the pocket.
Gotcha.
Oh, that looked good from this angle.
Oh, Lewis getting a really nice break there, getting that 7-pin to fall late, and leaves him a 6-pin spare conversion. As you'll notice right there, Phil Peelish, he went to a plastic ball also to shoot 7-pin, and most of the time you're going to see that plastic ball skid more. They're kind of getting the ball in a little bit tonight, and the ball's just rolling right past the corner pins.
Yeah, Lewis got it.
Nice spare conversion there for Lewis Jones, and I'll tell you what, right now, through 5.5 frames, we've got some really tight matches going on. This is going to come down to who performs these last 5 frames. That ball there, Tim, when he let that ball go, I honestly thought it was going to be flush, and it just went a little too far, but he left a nice, easy spare conversion in the 2-pin. In order to make this, you just basically move a few boards right off your approach and throw your strike ball. And
yeah, I think that was one of those lessons we got from Adam not too long ago.
Field coming up a little bit high, leaving the 6-pin there. And nice spare conversion there for Tim Oliver. Tim's wife Joetta's here watching him tonight. Also his son Noah, who is also my son-in-law. So. And Phil uses the whole lane for that spare, hooks it across the lane at it. Nice spare conversion for Phil. You'll see different bowlers do different things at different spare conversions. But mostly, a 10-pin or a 7-pin for a left-hander, you've got to go to something plastic or just flatten it out and throw it basically pretty straight at it, kill the roll of the ball.
I still think there ought to be a cell phone app for that. That just tells you push in, the buttons and highlight the pins that you got to hit, and then let the app tell you need to stand here, hit this mark.
Well, but
you might be onto something.
You would be close, but every bowling alley is a little different due to humidity and a lot of variations of temperature in the bowling alley.
It's different from week to week.
Yeah.
Especially when we start running the heat in the building, even just the heat taking the humidity out of the air changes the shot significantly. From day to day, it can change it even.
And Bob Gomez picking up the 6 pin there. He's got 96 in the 6th frame right now as we're heading into the 7th frame here. Matches are pretty tight right now. I think Tim Oliver's got a little bit of a lead, but but things are pretty tight. Lewis Jones up on lane number 11. And Lewis goes over on the Brooklyn side, leaving the 6th pin. Bob Gomez up on lane number 12. Goat's wife Trish is here cheering him on tonight. And Goat misses a head pin there, missing to the right, leaving the 1-2-4-8 combination. He'll just need to get the ball hooking a little bit sooner in order to cover this properly. And Lewis has just got a nice, simple game. You know, he stays up and behind a good straight arm swing, and stays right up in behind the ball and just lets the ball roll off of his hand and lets the ball do most of the work.
Well, there's so many parallels between bowling and golf. You know, in golf, essentially, which is Lewis's big sport, you know, most of what you know about a shot, you can predetermine. You can think about it ahead of time and then execute. And bowling, in theory, has a lot of similar factors to that, where you can really plan out your shot before you throw it. And I think Lewis does a great job of plotting out every shot.
Boy, Phil tried to give that ball a lot of room there. He got it out quite a bit, trying to get it to the friction to get it to come back, and it just kind of burned up out there and left a very, very difficult 3-6-9-7 split conversion. And Lewis getting the ball. Lewis just having trouble getting the ball into the pocket in this first game, leaving another washout. Phil getting 2 of the split conversion, and right now, heading into the 8th frame, our leaders, Tim Oliver by a slight margin over Lewis Jones, though. And Lewis is just kind of caught in the in-between. He makes an adjustment. One way he goes up a little too high. The other way, he's not. The ball's just hanging on him and not getting up into the pocket.
Yeah, I can relate to that in bowling. I understand it's hard sometimes to just move your feet and not your mark. Nice ball
Tim
there.
Oliver throwing the ball really, really good. That's a really solid strike right there in the 8th frame. Phil Peelish needs to get something. Phil's spotting these guys' pins, so he's got to get something going right here. After a strong start, he's had some problems with the transition, and we haven't seen this out of field. He's caught in the transition right now, and the ball's either hooking too much or not hooking enough. And sometimes you got to make a move you're not comfortable when that's happening. You got to make a kind of a big move that you're just not comfortable doing at a quick moment's notice there, you know.
Essentially to get to fresher oil then, or to oil that hasn't been moved as much. And the transition that you're talking about in particular, that's the going from fresh oil that's barely been thrown on to oil that people have thrown on more and it's actually moved on the lane, correct?
Exactly. And Bob Gomez with a really nice light pocket strike right there, and he's hanging right in there too. He's right in this match also. And Tim got that one over in the right place. It went to the Brooklyn side, but he pulled it in the right place, and that gives him a turkey and he set himself up very nicely for the 10th frame finish. You know, I was looking at a lot of these guys, and the thing I noticed most when about their favorite thing about bowling, it's either people or competition. You know, you make a lot of good friends through this sport. You know, you get involved in leagues, you get your kids involved in leagues, and you make a lot of lifetime friends.
Absolutely. That's actually, the reason we have a size 17 pair of rental shoes here at Pinheads is because Patrick Turner, who was on my bowling team here in Youth League 20 plus years ago, wore a size 17 shoe. So he's the only person that's worn those shoes since we've been open. But you want to talk about lifelong friends. And it's all from this bowling center.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Nice strike there by Phil Peely in the 9th frame there. Bob Gomez went up a little high, leaving the 3-6 combination. And that ball, he actually threw it pretty good, and that ball just hung out there. And
didn't move at all.
That was a costly open right there in the 9th frame for Bob. Our winner of this match will go on to meet Donnie Wilson, our leader tonight. Donnie was on the show last week, didn't fare too well, but he sure bowled good in qualifying. And I'll tell you what, Tim Oliver is really taking control of things here now. He's throwing a really good competitive game. 2 more strikes, he'll finish with 236 actual, 272 with handicap. That's a strong outing if he can continue to throw these last 2 strikes. Lewis Jones went a little on the Brooklyn side, leaving the 5-10, kind of a bad break there. He basically needs to throw this ball in the same place he threw the last one, and he can make this split. Tim Oliver putting on a show here in the first match. Really good bowling there by Tim. 2 open frames in the middle of the round, but other than that, it's been solid bowling. And Lewis gave a really nice try there for his first time on TV tonight. He finishes with a 151, 201 with handicap. Won't be quite good enough tonight, but still a good round of bowling for his first time on TV.
Let's see if Tim can finish us up with another one.
Tim Oliver threw the ball really well.
6 in a row to finish the game. 6 strikes.
236 actual, Bill. 272 with handicap. Awfully good bowling. That's a score that'd be hard to beat anywhere.
I tell you, remarkable. And Tim seems so nonchalant about it. If I'd thrown 6 strikes, I'd be moonwalking back.
Well, he said
there'd be a party at this bowling alley.
He said he was pretty nervous, but you wouldn't have thought that by watching him throw the bowling ball in his first match. Phil started strong and finishing strong tonight. He just got kind of a little lost there in the middle frames. And Goat has had the ball around the pocket most of the evening. He's had some bad breaks there, but he bowled really well in qualifying too. He had well over 700 in qualifying. Wow. Phil just ripping the rack apart now there.
Nice ball. And of course, Christmas shopping is coming up, so I'll see a lot of Phil. He's got Phil is the owner, operator, and creator of Wild Mountain Soaps in Fayetteville. So it's Christmas present time, and we always do Christmas at the W's. You got Wild Mountain Soaps, Wisteria, and Waterstone, 3 great local businesses in Fayetteville. So chances are, if you're getting a Christmas present from me, you're going to smell good, and it came from Phil.
Well, really nice finish there for Phil Peelish. Wasn't quite the score that he wanted to get there, but he finishes 169 and a 189. And Bob Gomez will finish with a 162 and a 201. So Tim Oliver will advance to meet Donnie Wilson in our championship finals there, Bill.
I tell you, and that will be a great matchup coming up here on Pinheads Open Bowling. So, again, the format of our game tonight, that's the 4 qualifiers who battled it out, and now an opportunity to take on the top qualifier coming right up here on Pinheads Open Bowling. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break and be right back to Pinheads Fun Center here in Oak Hill. So stay tuned, stay with us. We'll be right back.
There's only one right choice for quality tires and service. See Adam Tony Tire Pros is family owned and operated since 1980. We've been West Virginia's premier tire retailer, offering fast and friendly service. We carry all major brand tires, including Michelin. Michelin offers safe, fuel-efficient, long-lasting tires that provide exceptional performance and extraordinary value. We also offer the industry's strongest warranty package, featuring free roadside assistance, plus simple and fast financing with the Tire Pros preferred credit card. Visit us in Oak Hill or Beckley today. Online at cadamtonytires.com.
Welcome back to Pinheads Open Bowling, sponsored by C. Adam Tony Tire Pros, and again, getting ready for our championship face-off here tonight. But Allison Ibarra, the owner-operator of Pinheads Open Bowl, Pinheads Fun Center, pardon me. You know, a lot of things, a lot of amenities here at Pinheads, great food, just kind of a good, wholesome atmosphere, friends and family. Folks need to come on down and be a part of our broadcast. We've started a bowling show, and obviously if folks want to come on down and be a part of the show, be in the background, cheer their favorite contestant on, certainly should feel free to do that. And we'll make note of the fact that we will be, again, taping a Pinheads Open Bowling Show on December 17th, and maybe a little break over the holidays. But folks ought to come on down and be a part of the fun here at Pinheads.
Absolutely, yeah, it's a blast. You know, the taping is always fun. We've got to do more, I think, of getting the shots of what's going on behind us, because there's a lot of fun being had out here. We've got lanes open, so folks are welcome to hang out and bowl and be on TV a little bit too. And really check out, like you said, the food, the bowling, the sports. It's a really, really fun atmosphere here.
You bet. And again, kind of the temperature took a little dip on us, and make no mistake about it, winter's here. And Charlie, I guess in some ways, are there seasonal aspects of bowling as the weather maybe gets a little tougher? Some of those golfers come off the golf course and come in and throw a bowling ball every now and then.
Oh yeah, as the weather gets colder, you'll find a lot more people migrate to the bowling alley and the indoor sports, and it's just a great family atmosphere here. Heck, you can come out and you can bowl and watch your favorite ball game or your favorite soap opera or listen to your favorite music. They've got a little bit of everything here at Pinheads, so you know, it's a great atmosphere. We'd love to see more of you out here on Sunday night. We have a pretty good crowd, but we'd like to see a bigger crowd come out and join us and have some fun. And then you get to go home and watch yourself on TV.
No doubt about it. And again, one of the important parts of our show, certainly bowling is a skill that you can learn and be taught. And good instructions on the fundamentals of bowling are always important. And our sort of local professional here, Adam Tony, a longtime bowler of really just a very knowledgeable man about the sport of bowling. And Adam gives tips each week, and we have a great tip lined up for you here tonight. So we're going to go ahead and go to that tip, Adam Tony on bowling. So let's go to Adam.
Hello there. I'm Adam Tony, and we're here at Pinheads today for our bowling lesson with Wava Begley. And today we're going to be working on the 10-pin. The 10-pin, of course, is the right-hand corner. It's the toughest one pin for the right-hand bowler. And we have to have a target to throw at. The easiest target to hit out there is the center arrow. There are 7 arrows. The 4th arrow is the center arrow, and that is the easiest one to hit. But still yet, it is hard to hit every time. But that's the purpose of the lesson. You must have something, a goal to work for. So today we're moving them around. Sometimes if we got to move them left, move them right. But today the lesson is how to make the 10-pin. All right, Wava Begley's. our student today. What she's practicing on today is the 10 pin. There was a little bit left that time, so again, same shot. The center arrow, it'll go to the right hand corner for the 10 pin. Very good, very good. All right, one more board to the left. That'll let the ball go farther right.
Okay.
Still throwing at the center arrow. The center arrow is your target. Waver's center arrow is her target. She missed it. You missed it at 2 boards right. Right.
Yes, I got the idea.
All right, good deal. All right, back to you, Bill.
As always, Adam gives good tips, good advice on a lot of things. But Allison, some folks may lack the confidence. They know they're a pretty marginal bowler. I probably fit in that category. If you're a lousy bowler, can you still, grab a ball and have some fun with bowling?
Well, absolutely. I think that's one of the great things about bowling is, we've got our elite competitors that we see a lot on TV. It's like any sport, you come out any day of the week and it's a journey, and everybody's at a different place in the journey of the sport. And one of the really neat things we've got starting up January the 10th, we do Wednesday night short leagues. And starting January the 10th, we have an 8-week bowling league that meets on Wednesdays, and it's our Lousy Bowlers League. League bowling itself starts, anybody's welcome. League bowling starts at 7 o'clock. Before the league play for the first 4 weeks, we actually have a Learn to Bowl class going on that's through the United States Bowling Congress. So if you're in the league, it costs you $10 per week per person. That includes your bowling and your shoe rentals for this. And also for this one, for our Lousy Bowlers League, in those first 4 weeks, we'll be doing the Learn to Bowl class from 6 to 7 before the league bowling starts.
Well, Allison, I've been a bowler my whole entire life, and when I talk to people about joining a league, well, I don't want to commit for 33, 35 weeks. This is a great idea. It's only 8 weeks, folks. That's 2 months in the wintertime. That would be a great place to join a league and meet new friends and have some great fun.
So we have a great competition coming up. Donnie Wilson has sort of been standing by. We've certainly seen the first round what Tim Oliver can do, and those two will be matched up here right coming up at Pinheads Open Bowling. So we're going to take a break and be right back for our final competition, so stay with us.
There's only one right choice for quality tires and service. See Adam Tony Tire Pros is family-owned and operated since 1980. We've been West Virginia's premier tire retailer, offering fast and friendly service. We carry all major brand tires, including Michelin. Michelin offers safe, fuel-efficient, long-lasting tires that provide exceptional performance and extraordinary value. We also offer the industry's strongest warranty package, featuring free roadside assistance, plus simple and fast financing with the Tire Pros preferred credit card. Visit us in Oak Hill or Beckley today. Online at seadamtonytires.com.
From the state-of-the-art Pinheads Bowling Center, this is Pinheads Open. Local bowlers competing for cash prizes on TV. Now we take you to the beautiful Pinheads Bowling Center in Oak Hill, West Virginia.
Welcome back to Pinheads Open Bowling for our final matchup here tonight. Donnie Wilson versus Tim Oliver. It's going to be a good one, Charlie.
Yeah, they've been both these guys know how to throw the bowling ball. So we'll get things started off here. Tim Oliver up on lane 11 first.
Okay, it's time to bowl. Let's bowl.
I don't know, Allison. What's the handicap difference in this match here?
Let's see. We've got Donnie is a 15 handicap. Tim is a 36. So we're looking at 16 pins.
21.
If I did my math right.
21.
I went to public high school.
And Tim Oliver starting things off with a solid 10 pin, keeping the ball in the pocket. And once you see, he will go to the left-hand side of the approach, and probably looking at the third arrow on the right-hand side to try to get this ball. Uses a plastic ball. That plastic ball will skid through the heads of the lane further and go down the lane further, and that way it doesn't hook as much.
Less hook, more control when you're just trying to hit one pin. You don't have to worry about the angle as much.
Yeah, you just get the ball rolling at the mark, and it will not hook past it. Donnie Wilson. Donnie is up on lane number 12. He was on last week's show, didn't fare very well. I'm sure he's here to redeem himself. Donnie's a long-time avid bowler here in Oak Hill. He's had 6 300 games in a high series of 804. So he's been one of the better bowlers in Oak Hill for many, many years. Donnie come across his body that time and pulled it, leaving a kind of a little bit of a tough spare conversion for a right-hander, the 139. He just needs to throw a pocket shot here in order to convert this. And a nice spare conversion there for Donnie. Donnie got a little bit of a cheering section here back there behind him.
So he said he was worried and disappointed his wife after his performance last week, but she's one of the people cheering back there. I hear Carolyn, so it must have not been that bad.
Yeah. Carolyn and Donnie have been avid bowlers here in the Oak Hill area for 35 years at least, maybe longer.
Oh, I remember Carolyn and Donnie well from when I worked for you here when I was in high school.
And a really nice comeback there for Donnie, and he's got the biggest cheering section of the year so far, Bill, I believe.
He brought some friends and neighbors with him, I believe.
So Tim had a spare in his first frame. On to the second frame.
I'll tell you what. Hey, Timbo's got a cheering section too there, so we got a nice match started off here. Both spare strike to start the match off. So Allison, we'll have we're going to do a little bit different format next week, a no tap tournament. So that no tap means 9 pins counts as a strike. So these people throwing the ball in the pocket and can't strike, it's going to give them a little bit of a extra incentive.
Oh, yeah. The best incentive for 9-pin no tap is you never have to throw it a single 10-pin.
That's exactly
Guaranteed.
right. That's exactly right. Now that's the first bad shot that Tim's made tonight. He came across his body, leaves the 1-3-6-9 spare conversion. He just needs to throw a pocket shot here in order to make this. And a nice spare conversion there by Tim Oliver. Sometimes when you make a bad shot, it's kind of hard to throw that good shot right behind it. But both these guys have made that look pretty easy. Now next week, Allison, we could have men bowling against women, and women bowling against women, or anybody against anybody. It's fair game
absolutely.
Next week, right?
Yeah, and especially with the open qualifiers too. You know, we'll have folks qualify tonight after taping, and then again on Thursday, in addition to people who qualify during our leagues. So who knows who's going to be here next week.
And Donnie came across his body a little bit, but got that 5-pin to lay over and on the Brooklyn side for a double.
I tell you, Donnie doesn't look particularly impressed with that shot by his body language.
Well,
that's 2 in a row. Personally, I'd still be doing a happy dance.
Well, the seasoned bowlers, everybody, we want to throw that ball in the pocket. You know, you want to make that really good shot. And a nice nice pocket shot, tripping the 4-pin out, giving Donnie a turkey there through the 4th frame. Tim Oliver coming up in the 4th frame. You got to remember there's 21 pins at handicap, so this is still a pretty tight match right now. Oh, that one there hooked really hard on the end there, and he's got a sleeper back there when we term that with the 9-pin is directly behind the 3-pin, so you've got to hit this flush in order to make this spare conversion.
Yeah, it's directly behind. You know, we'll hear in leagues all the time, a teammate will give another bowler a heads up, hey, you've got a sleeper. When you're looking at that thing head on, most of the time you can't even tell that 2nd pin is behind there.
Tim, that's a really strong spare conversion. He stayed really nice and firm with that. And that's what you got to do with your spares. You cannot ease up on spares. You've got to shoot spares firm. And a nice spare conversion for Tim Oliver. Clean through 4 frames. That ball there just skidded through the mid lane there, leaving the washout, the 1-2-4-10. Tim can make this. If he makes a good shot at this, he can make this spare though. He's giving it a run. And a nice spare conversion for Tim Oliver. He's for his first time on TV, I'll tell you what, he is.
That's ice water in the veins.
He's looked pretty good, you know.
Yeah.
That's a great spare. You know, I'd be interested in your all's opinions on the difference that equipment makes. And I know in golf, I always think if I just had a new putter, I could make that 15-foot putt, and I get a new putter and I still miss it. I guess there is subtle differences in equipment, but
yeah, there's a lot of differences in equipment, Bill. You know, you can get balls that will hook a lot. You can get balls that won't hook a lot for various differences in conditions. The pearlized balls will go down the lane and go further, but they'll hook harder on the back end, where a duller ball may hook earlier up front and not hook as much on the back end. Donnie went a little high, leaving the 6-10-9. Nice spare conversion for Donnie, and right now Donnie's
this is anybody's game, huh?
23 pins with a 21-pin spot, so we got a 2-pin difference right now. As Donnie will bowl this frame, will head into a break, so it's going to come down to making quality shots down the stretch, it looks like. Donnie, he was our association secretary here in Oak Hill for years, so he's been an avid supporter of bowling in the area.
Wow.
Donnie stuck a little bit on the approach, but the ball went flush into the pocket and gives Donnie 117 actual through the 5th frame with a strike up to 6 as we go to break, Bill.
Absolutely, and just as we thought, this is going to be an absolute barn burner, very close match underway. So we're going to go ahead and take a quick break and be back for the conclusion of our final matchup of the evening. So stay with us, everybody.
Looking for a spot for a birthday party? At Pinheads, we offer a very affordable package that includes food, bowling, a birthday bowling pin, table decorations, a customized birthday message on our big screen, even the ice cream and plates for your cake. Guaranteed no rain, perfect temperature, and tons of fun. All this in a Pinheads birthday party often costs parents less money than throwing a birthday celebration at home. Pinheads, not your average bowling experience, not your average bowling alley.
Back to Pinheads Open Bowling as we're set to conclude tonight's matchup between Donnie Wilson and Tim Oliver, and let's get right back to bowling.
Tim Oliver up on lane number 12, trailing by my calculations by 2 pins right now, working on a spare. And that ball comes in a little light. It's a nice break, getting that 5 pin to drop, and leaves a 2 pin. So make it a 3 pin advantage there for Donnie Wilson right now through the 5th frame. Tim's got a pretty simple spare conversion here. Just move a little bit right with your approach. Throw your strike ball, let the ball do the work, and let the ball roll right over to the 2 pin. Tim works for BB&T as a dealer financer.
And you guys also have a grandchild in common, huh?
Yeah, we got a little granddaughter named Noella in common. My daughter Lindsay and Noah. Tim's son Noah and my daughter Lindsay. Tim up on lane number 11 with a spare working clean through 6 frames. And I can see the oil has started to carry down now, and what I'm talking about, as the ball goes down the lane, it will push the oil down into the drier portion of the lane. Tim's ball is just not finishing right now. He's going to have to make a little bit of an adjustment and get that ball to finish a little bit more into the pocket. He's coming in a little behind the head pin the last 2 or 3 shots there. And a nice spare conversion. Tim Oliver staying clean through 7 frames. 6 pin advantage for Donnie Wilson right now as he bowls in the 7th frame. Donnie throwing a Brunswick Fanatic SS. That's his ball of choice tonight. And Donnie going over on the Brooklyn side for a double. It gives him a 16 pin advantage now through the 7th frame. Still plenty of frames left here. We're getting down into those crunch frames though. Donnie is retired from the National Park Service. He worked there 27 years. So his favorite thing about bowling is the competition. And there you could see when I'm talking about the carry down, Donnie threw a really good shot that time. And that ball just did not finish, leaving the 2-4-5 spare conversion here in the 8th frame.
So is there a standard formula for adjustment once the carry down becomes such a problem? Do you throw the ball differently?
Well,
is there a standard way to adjust?
When I see carry down like that, I normally move parallel. When I'm talking about parallel, I'll move my eyes one board on the approach right and one board on the lanes right, or two boards right and 2 boards right. You move the same amount. Well, I try to parallel to the right to get the ball to finish more. But now there are some times where you have to go to a different ball surface or something sometimes too. Tim looks like he made an adjustment there. Ball just come up a little high on the head pin, leaving the 4-7, getting a nice break there. It's still a 15 pin match with 2 frames to go, so anything can happen in this match right now. But there's just so many different variables in bowling today as far as moves and ball changes, and when you get into competitive nature. But for a standard league bowler, a little minor move to the right most of the time works. Sometimes you have to move to the left to keep the ball and get the ball in the oil where it won't burn up too. Sometimes these high performance bowling balls just catch the friction and burn up, and they won't finish. And there's a lot of people in today's game will say that the oil doesn't carry down. It's more the friction that the bowling balls are creating.
Yeah, I see a big difference in the surfaces of the bowling ball, and even in the back ends of the lane. What the bowling balls, it's almost like there's so much friction that they can even make lines in the lanes.
Yeah.
It's the bowling balls, the technology now, it's very different than it was, 10, 15 years ago.
Oh, yeah. The game has changed so much in the last 7 or 8 years that it's unbelievable with the evolution of these bowling balls and the two-handed bowling and everything that's going on in today's game. It's really, really a nice spare conversion. That was a very important spare conversion for Tim Oliver right there as this match heads into the championship frames right now. We've still got a match. Tim can finish strikeout for 195, actual 231 with handicap. Donnie Wilson right now going at a 224 pace and a 239 with handicap. So
That's close.
Still got a match. They still got to perform in these championship frames. Donnie having a little problem with the approach or with his shoe or something not sliding there, and he's using a sliding sock, so it might be his heel catching or something. Donnie leaving a 10 pin up on lane number 12 in the 9th frame. Very important spare right here. And Donnie, a nice spare conversion. Donnie's always been an excellent spare shooter, been a very, very strong part of his game. And Donnie getting up in the 10th frame with a 38-pin actual lead, gives him a 17-pin lead with handicap right now. And a nice light pocket shot. Looked like he made a slight adjustment. The ball caught out to the dry and just kind of rolled right up into the light pocket. And basically now all Donnie has to do is get a good count right here, and he will be our singles handicap men's champion tonight with a good count. And that one kind of hung on him a little bit.
Yeah, Charlie, I'm relying on you for the math here.
Well, that's the only thing I can do is clean the count anyway, Allison. We'll put it that way. Donnie, if Donnie converts this, it'll give him a 223 actual game, 238 with handicap, and some awfully nice bowling tonight by both of our competitors here in this championship match. A clean game, 223, 238 for Donnie Wilson.
Wow.
Tim Oliver finishing up here. Tim. Lane 12. Tim can finish with a 195, 231 with handicap. So it's been a very close game. We haven't had one open frame so far.
Gosh, yeah, this whole match, not a single open frame.
And, Tim threw a really good shot there, leaving the 10 pin. The 6 pin just laid over in the gutter right in front of the 10 pin. And if he converts this, he'll have a clean game, but he only threw one strike where Donnie threw a turkey and a double in the match in order to claim the victory tonight. Tim got a little bit finesse with that one. Finishes with a 173 and a 209 with handicap. Our winner tonight, Donnie Wilson, 238 to 209, but some really good bowling by our fellas tonight.
Yeah, I think we called it, right? We saw a whole lot of strikes, and if it wasn't a strike, we saw a lot of spares. What a great match to end tonight, too.
Yeah, when we bowl a game as good as Tim bowled the first game, it's kind of hard to make yourself make that adjustment that you need to make, sometimes.
Oh, yeah, the same mark made how many strikes for you?
Yeah.
And then you've got to move. I couldn't agree more. It's hard to make that kind of move.
Yeah, but really competitive matches tonight by our gentlemen.
Sure was, and a battle right down to the finish. But again, Donnie Wilson coming alive and inching out Tim Oliver in our championship matchup here at Pinheads Open Bowling. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break and be right back to Pinheads to close out tonight's shows. So stay with us, everybody.
There's only one right choice for quality tires and service. See Adam Tony Tire Pros is family owned and operated since 1980. We've been West Virginia's premier tire retailer, offering fast and friendly service. We carry all major brand tires, including Michelin. Michelin offers safe, fuel-efficient, long-lasting tires that provide exceptional performance and extraordinary value. We also offer the industry's strongest warranty package, featuring free roadside assistance, plus simple and fast financing with the Tire Pros preferred credit card. Visit us in Oak Hill or Beckley today. Online at seadamtonytires.com.
Welcome back to Pinheads Open Bowling as we close out tonight's show. And Allison, a great matchup. Boy, two great bowlers right down to the end. But, you know, we've got the winner front and center here, and I believe you have a presentation to make.
Absolutely, Donnie. I appreciate you putting on a show for us this evening, giving everybody something to watch. And congratulations on being our champion. It's $200 tonight.
Christmas present.
All right.
Donnie, I see your wife back there, and she got a big smile on her face there.
Yeah, that's something for the jewelry store.
You know, you were telling me something I didn't know, that he was telling me when we were off the air that on our old show years ago that he made the show more than any bowler that we had, and he never won. So this is his first win tonight. So congratulations, Donnie.
That's awesome.
You guys put a great match on.
It was tough.
Stayed clean the whole match. Caught a turkey and a double in there to shoot a nice clean 225, and that was once again I want to congratulate you on your qualifying score, 725 actual qualifying. That was a really strong bowling last Tuesday night in here. So congratulations.
That night. I don't get them that well too many times, but it was right that night.
Well, you used to get them, but of course we've all got a little older through the years, but that's some great bowling there.
Okay, great bowling, and that's going to do it for this week's show. Again, we want to encourage folks watching this telecast to come on out and be a part of our taping here at the Pinheads Fun Center in Oak Hill. Join right on in and enjoy some bowling each week. So, on behalf of Allison Ibarra and Charlie Tony, I'm Bill Laird, thanking you all for tuning us in each week for Pinheads Open Bowling, sponsored by C. Adam Tony Tire Pros. So have a good week and goodbye, everybody.